fix one thing in my inventory at the moment, which is not tree gravitator, but this, because we need to adjust this to being like 16, so that way it's not as loud, but I can still hear it. All right. Honestly, we can turn that down a little bit more. It doesn't need to be that loud either, so we'll say something like 10. Oh, I can only go to 10. That's weird. I can't set it to like 5 or 2%. That is still a little loud. Oh well. We lost a feature today. Not today, but in the past update, guys. I don't even know if it was in this update. It could have been like the one before this, but I just recently got back into Minecraft. And when I say just recently, I mean literally just recently. And I installed everything down to the normal stuff I would normally play with. And I realized I was losing vibrant visuals for a second. And at first I thought it was the pack, and I looked up like things and I Googled it, and Google was like, well, due to the update. So I reached out to the creator, because literally Google told me that the back end code that Minecraft done on the largest on a big update broke, and now like the person who made the paid mod would have to go in and edit it to actually reflect the back end for it to allow vibrant visuals. I figured this was the case, so I reached out to the creator and I was like, hey, but I was also doing other stuff in the background, like clearing my, cache data, coming back in, resetting everything, signing back into Microsoft, all of that good stuff. Okay. What I didn't realize, so sorry to the developer who makes the mod, / resource pack, but we can no longer have vibrant visual worlds that you guys seen alongside being able to give people fly now. So if I go to show you it works, if I quickly go back in without changing anything, so Minecraft, like without turning on the education features, right? Without turning it on, I'm going to show you that it works. And then we're going to turn it on, and I'm going to show you that it breaks. Now, when I looked this up in Google, it said something with the lines of like protecting school computers. But if you want to think about it, okay, if you guys really want to think about it, what is it actually protecting on a school computer? And I hate to say this to be very mean, but I am going to go to settings, go to audio right quick, and we are going to turn this down just a little bit for sound effects. So like we'll go to 20. Environmental audio, this actually needs to be turned down to like 2 blocks. This actually needs to be turned down to something like maybe we'll say 20, 22. Hostile mobs, this can be turned down so I'm not having to scream over anything. This can be turned down to like 20. Friendly mobs is going to be something like 22. Go players, sounds, you and other players, which by the way, we're going to set this to being like 24. And then music blocks, weather, we're going to turn that down. This can be turned down. All right. That should make everything here a little better. And it did. All right. But you can see we get the realistic water, the realistic waves, everything like that. Still works. If I come over and look at the trees, for some reason that is very loud right here. But if I look at a tree that is actually being hit by sunlight, we will notice that hold on, like, can I do this one? Yes. So you can see that it's hard to see, but it is 3D, as in like the textures do poke out. It looks 3D and actually animated, which is how I think it should look all the time, but it looks like that. But now if I quickly save and quit and turn on the Education Edition features, where usually you would be able to type in the commands to fly around, by the way, you actually lose the features to actually have this. Because if I quickly do this, we turn it on, and then go back in the game, okay, the only thing I changed is the Education Edition. Now, the reason we're going to be set back to fancy in detail is because it said saving the graphical or whatever to like Skull computers, which, by the way, Minecraft has the thing built in to see if the computer can natively launch vibrant visuals safely. So with that being said, I don't think turning on this feature should disable vibrant visuals. And to show you that it actively disables vibrant visuals, if I go in here, we go to video, yeah, we're locked to fancy. And what this game mode lets me do is I can actually do slash and then ability, add a mayfly, and then true. And this lets me actually fly. So we have actually lost being able to have the realism look in the game and the flight. So now do we want to fly? Because if we want to fly, we're stuck with using the native version of the resource pack we've added that is not vibrant visuals. Or B, we turn off the ability to fly in order to have the full resolution. Minecraft, I do not like the route that this has taken, Microsoft. We could have done better. Again, it's supposed to be built in to see if you can actively support it, which means even on PS4, PS4 can't support it. And the game already detects that and goes, oh, hey, it's a PS4. This can't detect it. And literally grays out the option. So being able to make sure you just specifically incline what graphical hardware can and can't support it, and then automatically have it render what's in the PC to make sure it can support it, is how that should have been done. I should not be blocked because I just choose one option that allows me to fly. I should not be blocked from having my full details. Okay? And to show you that I can get it working again, and to show you that this is the case, we quickly go over, click edit. We go back into cheats. We go down and we remove Minecraft education features, and we click play again. Okay, we disabled the education feature, so we're no longer going to be able to fly anymore. And I bet you it'll be back. See, we are back. 110%, we are back. Okay? We are here. You can see we get the realistic water. Everything is back. We have some pretty cool looking natural skies. It is back. Okay? The only way we can play with these visuals to enhance our Minecraft experience is without fly. Because now if I actually try to use that same command, which by the way is ability add a mayfly true, unknown command, ability please check that the command exists and that you have permission to use it. And we don't have permission to use it because we don't have the education edition. Minecraft, if we're going to be doing it this way, at least give this as a command when you activate cheats. Not when you activate the education edition. No, when you activate cheats is when you should be able to use this command. So yeah, we've lost a massive feature. And I'm going to show it to you guys one more time. So we're in the world. As you can see, we're here in the world with like the nice little beautiful look. It looks like we have shaders. We're getting sun. Oh, actually, I do need to turn that off, though, so we can see a little better. Hold on. What? I think Realism VFX is where this is found. And then it is going to be, I think, under Sky or Other. Sky, maybe? Yeah, Sun and Moon Lens Flare. This can be turned off. This is so we don't get like that little flare look when we're looking at the sun or towards it. We don't get the super flare. It only happens on the reflection of the water. But we're going to show you that we will lose this here in a second. So if you guys remember, we used to be able to apply all this. We used to be able to go in and turn the education edition on and fly around at the same time. Used to be a thing you guys were able to do. Now you can't, because the moment you go to cheats and you turn on Minecraft education features, and you click play. Even if when you're supposed to be in vibrant visuals, here's what is this is going to be what happens. And it's due to they want to do like school computer protection for like the graphical side to make sure the schools can run the game, right? Even though when I was in school, I didn't play Minecraft. If you try to load it up on a school computer, the like literally your teacher would be like, "Get off a fucking game." But anyways, we lose this. Which, by the way, to have the ability to do this, we lose if we want to play with full detail. Because look, you can see we don't have that detail. The 3D is completely gone. We go through here, you're going to see like even this one, the 3D is not there. Okay, they try to make it look, but you can see the 3D is no longer there. Let's actually set this to daytime, so slash time set date, because this is even going to show you there is no 3D. Okay, and that is because what happens is if I do this, we go to settings, we go to video, you're going to notice we are stuck to fancy now instead of vibrant visuals. Okay, that's exactly what happened when we done this. But now if we save and quit and we turn this off, so I'm no longer able to fly anymore, we can go down to cheats, go down to this, turn the education features off, click play, and you're going to see we're not going to be able to fly, but we will get our textures back. And this is why I was doing the rant when you guys first joined in for Minecraft, that the fly command needs to be within the cheats. When you give access to cheats, it should not be strictly for Education Edition. But we're back in. You can see realistic water again. And if I come over to the trees, whenever the sun actually hits it, let's make sure we are in daytime. Okay, and you're going to notice where the sun hits, there is 3D detail. Okay, I'll leave it there just for a second. You can see that it looks like it's popping out. It is 3D detail. And to find a better tree to show that on, we're not going to do this one because the sun isn't hitting that. Let's go over here and grab us a tree like this. So see, you can see the 3D detail nicely with this one. Okay, and to show you this as well, if we go to settings, we go down to video, you are going to see that Vibrant Visuals is now selected and it's no longer grayed out. Kind of like ray tracing is there, how it's grayed out. That's not happening to Vibrant Visuals anymore. So we actually lost a little bit of stuff that we could have done before. Used to, we could have this level of graphics and still fly around, because now the only way I can fly is to cheat. I literally have to type in slash game mode 1, and then now I can fly around. But this is also creative mode, where I can sit here and go, oh, I want planks, and I can just give them to myself, as you can see, right? I'm going to go ahead and delete them. But in order for me to actually play, I now have to basically cheat if I want to fly about and keep the same level of detail. So if I want to keep the realism look, I can no longer fly and do that without having to cheat. I find that at a core value Minecraft, I should say Microsoft, that is horrible. I should be able to come in here and do the ability command, this one right here, by just enabling cheats. So this way I don't have to go to creative. I don't have to toggle back to survival. I'm able to just fly, right? So I feel like that needs to be added into the base game itself. Apart from that, guys, we do, however, have a good couple of mods in here. So we got Biomes Aplenty. Actually, I'll show you them all. So if I go to settings, we go down to, I believe, resource packs. Yep. And then I should be able to click on active, and you can see Prisma Visuals, Realism VFX, Soundscapes Plus, Better Structures, Biomes Aplenty, backpacks, buckets plus, weapons plus, and tools, by the way, as in it's both weapon plus tools add-on. We have farming pots, lights and lamps, vibrant and redstone update. So it's actually, they updated it to actually bring the vibrant visuals as well. Essentials, tree capitator, and realms management tool. That's all we're doing right now. It's not the biggest stuff, but it'll work. And biomes O'Plenty is what's giving us this biome right here compared to that one. So it'll give us new biomes. And the structures, I want to see if that's actually fixed because I want to find a desert or even a jungle and see if the temple is actually spawning in like it should be. It might not, but they're kind of rare. So successfully executed 2, which usually means something spawned. Which usually means the structures worked. But don't tell me it's still bugged to the point where... Oh, there's a regular one right there. But don't tell me it's bugged to the point where it's spawning out there again, like outside the biome. Because that used to be something that happened. So instead of spawning like the jungle temple in the jungle, it would spawn it in a savanna or something like that. Or it would spawn it nearby. Like, the best way to say is, like, if the jungle was here, it would spawn it, like, right here. Which, also, the next thing it could be spawning in actually could just be the new biomes from the Biomes O'Plenty. Also, they updated my caves mod. So I might check that out at some point. But, yeah, they updated a lot of stuff at the moment, which is cool and meh at the same time. Oh, my water is tearing at the moment. So they done something that tears the water. Oh, God. Yeah, something is blatantly tearing my water. Am I using the wrong... Nah, I looked at it earlier and seen that it was the same one. They might just need to update it. But yeah, my water's tore at the moment. That's oof. But this ain't the game we're going to be sticking to, guys. I just wanted to make a thing because I seen that, and I was like, it's kind of weird, and I was going back and forth. I was half tempted to make a stream like, we lost all vibrant visuals, even the regular base game, until I literally done more testing and found out it was just that one setting. That was literally toggling off my vibrant visuals forcefully. But yeah, I mean, like, not bad. I just wish if this was the texture, it would be all the way through. It wouldn't have that, and then a version of it like this over here. That's what I'm saying, like, the water's tearing, and you guys definitely probably can see it. But it's not everywhere. It just seems to be, like, certain portions of water. As you can see, it's, like, all this right here, so maybe it's around, like, this biome is what's causing it. Because you can see regular and then Tor. It's just kind of weird. I see it's not doing it here. Water's regular here. So yeah, it's just got to do something with that biome. So it's got to be the Biomes O'Plenty mod for some reason breaking my other mod whenever their biomes spawn in next to the water. And yeah, it's a pretty good mod setup I have at the moment. I wonder if my Dino mod that I used to use ever got an update. Because if it did, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, we got a lot of different stuff that should be in here. But to show you some of the other mods we used to use did get an update. I'll show you that in a second. I kind of like how that looks. A little bit like a, like a log is just laying there like a tree fell or something. I'm getting a little bit of stutters I can kind of feel, but I think that's just the Biomes of Plenty mod causing it, which means if I just delete the Biomes of Plenty, we'd be pretty much fine. But I've done the Biomes of Plenty because I figured adding new biomes into the game would be pretty cool. And you guys are able to do one more thing. So they did add one feature in here. Upon losing a feature, we did gain one. I'll go ahead and show you guys what we gained. Coffee. So I will show you what we gained. All right. So under the worlds, if I duplicate this world right quick, just so I don't like break it. So we're going to go ahead and go to the duplication of the world here. If we go to experiments, you're going to notice these villager trader balancing, but you can see drop 3 of 2026, which is explore new surface biome and find abandoned camps. This is actually adding the new like wood and everything like that into the game. So we can actually go ahead and turn that on and then click play. And hopefully this does not break my world, as in vibrant visuals. But this will add in the new biomes as well. Right, so we'll have a couple new biome, like a new biome, new tree, and then they added like certain animals to spawn there, which is not new animals; it's already pre-existing animals. But let's see if that broke my game. If I go to video, nope, vibrant visual is still here, so we're good. Why do I feel like that somehow fixed my FPS issue? Just turning that feature on, which is weird. But yeah, we'll have new biomes now inside of here, which is actually pretty cool. I could try to fly around and find the biome, and yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff that we could end up doing. We would have to just fly about and try to find it. I probably could look for a seed maybe that had it where we spawned in one. But that would take me having to actually like look around. Okay, we're in a desert, but I think this is the new desert from Biomes of Plenty, not the regular Minecraft desert. Although it did say structures spawned in or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. The Biomes of Plenty adds a good little bit into the game too. Oh, a little desert village. I like. And then I like how they actually done the colors here too. That's pretty cool. Not bad. All right, they done pretty good. It's more like savannah though, to be honest with you. Like it's desert, but the color more feels of savannah. But yeah, this ain't their only mod for the thing, which is cool. There's actually other mods. I forget the name of the other one, but it's supposed to add wildlife or something. But yeah, pretty much, guys, you do get to do that. We gained a feature while losing a feature. I feel like I should be able to have the fly while also being able to keep the quality of my world. I shouldn't have to choose one or the other. And this is going to be the same with you guys, by the way, unless you're on like a plug-in world or on PC, where PC has like where you can build your own mods and stick it onto your world. So yeah, Microsoft, we need a fix for that. But as always, love you guys. Stay awesome. Till next time, peace.